One of the advantages is that I wouldn't be, for me, is I wouldn't have been able to make it. I'm a realist. I know I'm pragmatic enough to know that there would have been a long queue otherwise in front of me. So that was great that it, came to me. And also not to, get too distracted and bogged down by all that other stuff, which is great. What happened when the book was published and went on to, win the Pulitzer and Oprah and then the Coen Brothers' No Country, etc. So it was nice, that we got in there when it was just raw material. Well, it completely floored me emotionally. I haven't been moved like that from a book for many years, well, decades. So it was quite an extraordinary it had a beautiful, love story to it between a father and son, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. So. And that's what I always return to throughout, as things progress. Well, Vigo's greatest fear too was, who am I going to be reacting off of? Who's this kid? And so we shared that worry. And I was just incredibly lucky because this kid that we found, Cody, was mature beyond his years. By the time he arrived at the audition, his father had read him the whole book. His father's an actor. He's actually in the Cannibal Gang. The whole crew were like a family to Cody as well, and we all encouraged him, and Vigo was great where, when we stopped rolling the camera, he'd be showing him all the sword moves of, Lord of the Rings, and the whole crew were there to like a family for Cody. That was the real moment of reckoning. Joe and I had such huge regard and still do for CORMAC. And it was just the three of us in a cinema like this, and the lights came up and he disappeared for 20 minutes. And we both thought, that's it, we're finished. I really thought, I've jumped off a cliff and now I know how I'm going to land. But, luckily he came back and, he said, he apologized. He went to the men's room and he said it was really good. It's like a world that no one's seen. And he really loved it and took us out to lunch, 7-hour lunch.